The phrase sharing economy is an interesting one. It means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Its signature involves two dimensions. The first is a move away from models of consumption that involve owning things and a move towards models of consumption that involve shared use. This by itself isn't tremendously new. I mean, we have been renting things for a long time. And what is new, on the other hand, is the fact that a lot of the new wave of sharing is happening through peer-to-peer markets, where individuals are renting services that are based on physical assets from other individuals rather than from companies. And I think that's the most promising part of the sharing economy, and I think that's the part that is going to lead to a lot of the economic transformation that I expect. It's too early to commit to exactly what's going to happen. We've gone through a number of decades where the primary model of economic activity is one where individuals get goods and services from large corporations. We seem to be replacing at least part of that with a model where individuals get goods and services from other individuals, mediated by a large marketplace. And this isn't a traditional marketplace, which is just simply setting prices. These are firm-like marketplaces. They control branding. They often set prices, they do customer service, they do identity verification and trust provision. And so it's sort of a whole new kind of institution. It depends on the industry that it is operating in. It's got all the hallmarks, or had all the hallmarks, of a disruptive technology in the short-term shared accommodation industry. And so what's different here is that we've moved out of the realm of purely digital, and we've moved into the realm where the digital technology is facilitating a new kind of service, but the service is very heavily rooted in real-world assets. I think the bigger disruption is in the creation of a new institutional form. We are being shown that there is a different way to organize economic activity that is in contrast with the traditional company sells to consumer. I'm anticipating interesting things happening in two sectors. One sector is in healthcare. I think that fundamentally healthcare has been more of a peer-to-peer or sort of an individualized service than a lot of other professions. There's a tremendous amount of inefficiency, as we know, in the healthcare system. There's also a tremendous amount of regulation. I think on the low end of healthcare provision, for example, when you cut your finger cooking and you need stitches, and people often go to the emergency room for that, sort of generating a whole bunch of inefficient activity. I think there's a huge opportunity for new marketplaces that target that segment, somewhere between, Googling it and going to your doctor. Another sector that I'm excited about is in the provision of energy and alternative energy. I've been following a company called Mosaic, which allows you to invest in solar panels even if you don't have a roof. And so if you have a lot of money but you live in an apartment and there's someone else who lives in Arizona and has lots of sunshine, Mosaic will match you up with people who don't have the capital but have the assets, or have sort of the real estate for energy provision. I think that this could be, at least at the margins, disruptive to the provision of energy, certainly sort of expand dramatically alternative energy sources.